Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome to the final episode of Season 5 of Football Manager 2021 Conquering the Euro with Everton. And today we have a free match special where we have a slight chance of qualifying for the Champions League in our first full season with the Toffees. We've guaranteed 5th place whatever happens today, so that's fantastic. But we have got a slim chance of qualifying for the Champions League. We've got Newcastle first off, that'll be a tough game, followed by Sheffield United and Aston Villa. Now, Man City have played one game less than us. They're on 2 points above us, but they've got to play some tough teams in those last 4 matches. They've got to play against Chelsea, they've got to play against Tottenham, Southampton and Leeds. None of those particularly massively winnable, given that they don't particularly like the small teams. They've drawn away against West Brom. They've drawn at home against Bournemouth. Away from home against Stoke. To be fair, Bournemouth are actually a team in 6th place. Wolves 1 each. Norwich 1 each. You can see that most of their drop points actually comes against the traditionally smaller teams in the Premier League. Now, if you didn't watch yesterday's episode, we did a 2-match special with 2 episodes in 2 days, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that. But after that, we have not won in 3 matches. We drew against Manchester United, a crucial point got by Sam Atkinson at the end of the match, and because of his exposure to the first team, he's now signed a new contract worth £18,000 a week, a new 3-year contract, unless that's... No, he has just had a new contract, and I think, if I've just seen there, he has gone up to nearly a 3-star player, but he plays today. I don't want to change the team. They've been playing unbelievably well recently. We got the 1-1 draw against Bournemouth, and we lost against Liverpool, which my feelings were known in Tuesday's episode. That was so unlucky, it was unbelievable. But hopefully, if we go and beat Newcastle, Sheffield United and Villa today, we've got every chance of qualifying for the Champions League. So the team is the same that's gone for the last few matches, apart from the fact that Marcus Edwards is out. Lorenzo is back into the side after his injury. He is lacking in match sharpness a bit, but after his fantastic free kick against Manchester United, I could not leave him out. I've really enjoyed this season, I have to say. It looks like we're going to finish in 5th, but you just never know. Man City could capitulate, and you could do the same old story of, well, we should have won this game, we should have got points out of this, and blah-de-blah-de-blah. But wherever we finish, and I'm hating this new sweatshirt, because there's no pockets like the one I was wearing yesterday. Yeah, but we've had a brilliant season. Whether we finish in 5th or 4th, it's some real potential for the future. And I think potentially wherever we end up today, you would argue with this amount of points, in some of the seasons in this save, we could well have ended up 4th, 3rd, or possibly even 2nd. So it's been a good season for the top 4, and we can't do a lot about that. But we've kept up with them. We've been the only side outside of the top 4 to keep up with them. We've been very much best of the rest throughout the season. Lovely ball from Viviani to Sam Atkinson. He scores, but it's going to be offside, unfortunately, for the young right winger. But over the summer, I don't think we've got to do a lot to this squad. We've obviously got the new goalkeeper coming in. If you guys don't know, we've got a new Brazilian goalkeeper coming in the summer. 22 years of age. He's going to be an understudy to Jordan Pickford, probably for 12 months. But I look at this squad and I think, what can we do to it? What can we do to it? World-class midfielder, maybe? I don't know. I really don't know. Sam Atkinson on the ball, puts it for Deji Satona. He shoots, it's straight at the keeper. And if I were to have one criticism of the squad, it would be for Deji. He seems to play too many shots far too close to the keeper. He puts it straight to the keeper. It probably increases our shots on target. It probably increases our XG. But the truth of the matter is, if you're putting it straight at the keeper, 99 times out of 100, you're never going to score. Satona, though, with a good boot out there. It is fairly 50-50 here, you have to say. Newcastle could take the lead as much as we could, but Valentino puts it out. The Newcastle defender mistimes his header. Reece Nelson through on goal, and that's his 20th goal of the Premier League season. I'll tell you something, if there's something we don't need a striker. I'm becoming a broken record now, I know, but I just want to gloat with this, really, that coaches, pundits, Nelson's not a striker. He won't do it. Well, he did well as soon as I came into the club. He scored 20 goals this season. A lot of the pundits and some people at the club were worried when we got rid of Neil Maupay in the summer for 18 million. Some people were saying, "Oh, I don't know about that. You need a backup striker." Clearly we don't. You know, Reece Nelson's been top form, really has. And with Deji Satona here as well as probably the second choice now, he could do a very good backup role, certainly. Valentino Livramento He's very much come into the side as our mainstay right back in this second half of the season. And Mason Holgate actually came to me about 2 weeks ago in game and said he wants a new challenge, wants to leave the club and have a new challenge. And there's been a bid put in, I think from Wolves, I could be wrong, but from some Premier League club I know, for £12 million. He's 30 years of age. We've got Livramento as our first choice right back now. Seems simple to me. I think with Rastami there as well, I mean, what was that from Reece Nelson? That wasn't one of his better efforts of the season, it has to be said. We are really dominating Newcastle though now. 60% of possession. 6 shots on target out of 10. We are looking like a real solid side. And that's what we've done all season, to be fair, you have to say. Apart from the odd niggle here and there, generally speaking, we have beaten sides that we should be beating. If you look at the... Well, I'm hoping I don't tempt fate here. But at the moment, anyway, the sides that we've been beaten against are the top sides. The Manchester United, the Liverpools, the Chelseas and the Man Cities of this world. I don't think we've lost against anybody else all season. But yeah, I don't want to jinx anything. What is for certain, though, and this is definitely my best year in conquering the Euro yet, and hopefully we can build on that. And most certainly, we've made the right decision coming back to England, to Everton. Deji Satona runs through. Oh, poor stuff. We've had a few chances this half. It could well be 2-0 at the break, you know. My fear is it'll go the other way and it'll be 1 each. But we're comfortable on the ball. We don't look like we've got an issue. Lovely ball from Sakaria out to Satona. Can he do it this time? I guess every player goes for a bad run of form. He's making chances, though, is Deji Satona. If they're going to be on highlights, then obviously he's making chances. He just needs to perhaps convert a few more of those chances. But we go in at the break at 1-0. That's absolutely fine for me. Yeah, really is. In terms of replacement right-backs for Mason Holgate, I think Valentino does a good job. That's not the best way to start the second half, but I think that will be offside, luckily. But that's a bit sloppy defensively. So I'm going to demand more out of the team. Probably push back a little bit to positive. That would be worthwhile. Dean Martin. I can't believe Dean Martin's in the game. I thought he died years ago. I made that joke in a previous episode, though, and it didn't work then, and it won't work now. Because most of you are like, who the hell's Dean Martin? I have to say, at this point, we're only 18 points off who look like they're going to be the champions, Manchester United. That's brilliant. If you think about it, Man United have had a very, very good season. I know we've come accustomed in real life in the Premier League to teams getting 90 plus points, which is what Manchester United are on target for. But in some Premier League seasons, it is quite conceivable that teams win the league with 70 or 80. I'm going to bring Satona off because I can't watch much more of this. He is having a very bad day, bless him. But yeah, this isn't nice to watch. I don't want to watch him do that anymore. He could have had a hat-trick, he really could. And that's what I was talking about with the whole XG thing, having shots on target. We've had 7 shots on target. Our XG is 1.7. And chances are, that is probably because of Deji Satona having umpteenth shots and not converting them. I am a bit worried, though, here. We haven't really asserted our dominance so far. We're only 1-0 up, and at 1-0, one mistake and you can be down to 1 each. And if we do go and draw this and Man City bottle it, but if we'd have won, we would have got the top 4, we'd be kicking ourselves. So we should give ourselves the best chance. Given how we've performed this year, there's no reason why we can't win this match. We're looking comfortable here. You can see that our passes are pretty good. We're making opportunities at least. Iwobi on the ball, puts it through to Sam Atkinson. Through on goal. That's more like it, Deji. Learn from the youngster. Sam Atkinson gets his 4th goal of the season. It took him a bit of a while to get into the team. And like most youngsters, I guess, it's took an injury from Marcus Edwards for Sam Atkinson to get into the side. But he had a really good season in the Championship last year. I think he scored something like 15 goals for Burnley. And he's definitely a goal scorer. I think this is his, let's say, 13th appearance of the season. 4 goals from the wing. A goal every 3 matches. I think I'll take that from most of my players, never mind just him. Iwobi nearly makes it 3-0. I think at 2-0 I'm fairly comfortable now. I would like to make it 3-0 just to tick the match off because, again, at 2-1, it's not confirmed after that shocking from the goalkeeper there. And Reece Nelson really should punish him, but good movement by Sam Atkinson to put the ball to the main forward. We've got 20 minutes to go, so we might as well rest a player. We'll bring Viviani off for Ismael Gutierrez. We should be all right, though, to win this match 2-0. Again, you can see that we are the best of the rest. We're way off in terms of goal. I mean, I can't believe Man United's goal difference is 67. That's just crazy. And if we are going to win the league with Everton, we're going to have to catch Man United on an off-season because they are dominating and tearing up the Premier League like nobody's business. Lovely ball from Gutierrez to Sam Atkinson, who gets his second goal of the game. Absolutely fantastic. It's 3-0 to the Ev now, and we should just about be alright to go and win this game. That is fantastic news, it really is. Especially for one of our youngsters to score. I don't care who scores, truly, but it's really sweet when using one of your youngsters and having faith in them really pays off. We've got Josh Hope as well, who's been out on loan at Swansea this year, another one of our regens who's done fairly well. Again, he could be another choice. We've got Deji Satona, actually when he can put the ball in the bleeding net. We've got Reece Nelson, of course. We've got Lorenzo, who, remember, is a striker by trade, but in this squad this year has become the de facto central attacking midfielder. He's not had a good day today, but every player has an off day. We've seen that with Deji Satona most certainly. And we've also got Sam Atkinson, he can play up front. We've got Josh Hope, we've got Reece Nelson, we've got plenty of attacking options. So it's not necessarily just Reece Nelson or bust. Sam Atkinson scored 2 today. I think that's all the evidence you need that we're not a one-man side in terms of the goals. But we'll look at that at the season review later on. Can we make it 4-0? Lorenzo has a bit of a bad day. Nearly recovers it by getting a goal there, but we'll let him off. Looks like we're going to get a clean sheet here, which is all we really want. 3-0 against Newcastle. Solid game. We've dominated them here at Goodison Park. I called one of my episodes at the weekend, come to Goodison if you dare. And that is the same message to Newcastle. Brilliant victory. We did what we needed to. A good day at the office. Let's see what Man City now do in response. So the first chance for Man City to pounce. They've got Tottenham today at the Etihad. You would guess this is a match that City will win. Tell you what though, Tottenham aren't in terrible form, but I would back City to get a win today. They're only a point behind us with 2 games in hand. I think if they win this one, we might struggle. Let's see what's going to happen here. I think City will win. They do. They win 2-0. So with a game in hand, they're 2 points above us. If they lose that game in hand, which I think is against Leeds United, let's just check our schedule. It'll actually be the game against Chelsea that's their game in hand, but what's the permutations now? Let's think. So we can get 6 points, so 73. City need 3 points out of 9, don't they? You would back them to get that, obviously given their goal difference, but you just never know. They've got to get a win and a draw. If they don't beat Leeds, the pressure's on. It might just be on here. We might just have a chance. Man City lost against Leeds. Thank you, Leeds. Thank you. City took the lead, and Leeds got 2 late goals. So, now the permutation, if we win today's game, obviously, and we get 70 points, we'll be on 1 more than them, and we can get 73. So they need to win. Well, they need to get a win and a draw out of the last 2 games. If we go and win our 2 games. That game against Chelsea midweek is going to be massive. This is the side that starts for us today, though. Just one change. Alex Iwobi comes in for Deji Satona. I think it'd be a good idea just for him to sit out of this one. He had a bad game against Newcastle United. There's no shying away from that. Sheffield United are going for... I was going to say promotion there. Sheffield United are going for... to stay in the league. They are 16th. They should stay in the league, you would think. And I just hope they don't fight more than us. It's always typical in FM when you get a team that does badly, i.e. Man City, that you do badly as well. If we can keep up the pressure, get another victory, which we should really get, you would say, another victory against Sheffield United today, then we have got a brilliant chance, potentially, of having a battle on the final day to qualify for the Champions League. If we win today, we take it to the last day. That's the way it's going to go, and that is a massively exciting opportunity. An early chance for us here. Alex Iwobi gets tackled by Cuesta, who puts a good tackle in, to be fair. But another game at Goodison. Again, could come to Goodison if you dare. We've got a very good record here, and hopefully we can make this a fairly simple win against Sheffield United. But this was a side that got a 0-0 against us earlier on in the year, and 0-0, no, we don't really want to draw. We need to win, really. So I think we might as well push up, might as well go attacking, because a draw's no better than a loss. We're guaranteed to finish 5th. We're going forward to try and finish 4th. We might as well try and push higher, try and get a result today. Whether it's, I'd rather it be 6-5 than 0-0. It's all about the 3 points in these last few matches. Dennis Sakari to Reece Nelson. Can we make something happen? Sam Atkinson, what can he do? Puts it in, but it gets blocked. Sakari puts a bit of a tame pass to Blanco, but Atkinson's on the ball. And Iwobi opens the score and it's going to be offside. It's actually Nelson who was offside. That's interesting. I have said this throughout. I do wish that there was a better system than this. Not VAR as such, but it's a bit timing, i.e. I knew, goal, or no goal as it may be because of VAR. Can we get our first official goal here? Sakaria to Sam Atkinson. He's through, he shoots, he puts it straight at Ramsdale. Please don't say Deji Satona has infected Sam Atkinson with some of that shoot straight at the goalkeeper nonsense. I really hope that's something we're not doing in training. But I'll show you a bit of training afterwards, actually. Sakaria, back to Livramento. So Dennis Sakaria, it hits the crossbar. As it says there, we're taking the game to Sheffield United. We really do deserve a goal at some point here. But as is often the case, Sheffield United probably get one against the run of play. Sheffield United into the box. Leander Dendoncker. Oh, one of our former players punishes us. We're 1-0 down. Why? I know I've got a reputation for bottling it in FM, but not like this, surely. It's been a brilliant season so far. Don't come down to the last 2 games where we bottle it. Viviani puts it through to Iwobi. Can we get a goal back quickly? We can. Thank God for that. We breathe a sigh of relief. You might say, well, why do you want to qualify for the Champions League? Surely that's too far too soon. And you could be right. You could be right. We could get into the Champions League next year and regret it. It's more so, I'm not a Man City fan, so I'd love nothing more than to push them into the Europa League. And more so because Everton haven't been in the Champions League for years. It's got to be, well, it's at least a decade, definitely at this point. We're in 2027. Hopefully COVID will have gone by then. And yeah, Everton haven't been in the Champions League for, it's got to be nigh on 15, 20 years. So let's bring Champions League football back to Goodison. Nothing would bring me better pleasure than that. Sheffield United on the ball. We're attacking well. Not attacking, we're tackling them well. We're putting pressure on them well. Lorenzo doing very well here. Sheffield United, bit of a strange defence that was, and we do well to get it back. Alex Iwobi through, shoots. Oh. Is it me, or are we getting a bit unlucky recently? I said this against Liverpool. We're doing well. The stats say we're doing well, but we're just a little bit off. Sheffield United are giving us a good game, though, here. They are. They're giving us a better game than Newcastle. I guess it's the whole having something to play for, isn't it? Sheffield United could still get dragged into that relegation scrap, potentially. I mean, they're not going to with a point here. Actually, they're not. I think they're safe, but even so. Let's pump fist and... no, we can't pump fist. Let's say keep playing the way you are and the result will come. Because we are playing well. They've only had 3 shots. I'll tell you what, it feels like from what I've seen that they've done a lot better than that. But obviously not. But obviously not here. Lorenzo's having a bit of an off day, which is a shame. We will bring Marcus Edwards on for him, I think. We'll see how Marcus Edwards gets on here. I'd be more than happy if Lorenzo could prove why he can't come off if he gets a goal here. Alright then, fair enough. You're going to have to come off, Lorenzo. Sorry. We could really do with winning this, though. If we don't win this, we struggle. We really do. We're relying on Man City to lose their match, really, against Chelsea midweek, which could happen, but all the same, if we win this one, then we've got a real chance of qualifying. We'll go above them for real. Got 2 subs to use. We'll swap a few things around here. We'll put Iwobi on the right, bring Sam Atkinson off. He's done well recently, but yeah. Bring Deji Satona on. I'm trying to look where we can get Harrison Solken in somehow. Maybe we can't. We'll bring Lewis Bate on for Dennis Sakari. He's not had a great game as Dennis today. And I think that's about all we can do. We can try and test some inverted wingers and inside forwards and all that fancy pants stuff. But what we really need is a goal. We really need a goal from somewhere. Shouts, demand more of the lads. Sheffield United have come here for the point, and we know. But Marcus Edwards with the free kick. Diego Almeida puts it over the bar. Again, I don't care who scores at this point. It could be Pickford for all I care. We just need to get a goal. We should be winning this match. Full-back attack. No nonsense centre-back. As I said, a draw is less useful. Is about as useful as a defeat. Come on, Everton. Come on, Everton. What can we do? I don't think there's a lot we can do here. Pray we do something, but I don't think it's going to happen. I jinxed that at the start of the match, didn't I? Oh. That's rather annoying. That is rather annoying. Really is. Should have won that. The dog's barking, so I'll have a look at that in a minute. It's alright, the gate's going off, that's fine. That's gutting, it really is. We do miss a chance to win. We miss a chance to capitalise. If you want to be all positive, which I guess we can be, we gain a point on Man City. But ultimately, we need more than a point against Man City. Let's hope they go and lose against Chelsea and then we take it down to the final day. But I can't see that. I can't see us getting that lucky. But let's see anyway. So, it's the final day of the Premier League. And I guess you're burning to see what happened in the City and Chelsea game. Chelsea beat them. So, coming into the final day, again, you could kick yourself, couldn't you? Because that Sheffield United match could really prove crucial. But these things happen, I guess. So, to qualify for the Champions League next year, we need to win. We need to beat Aston Villa today. They've had a good season, but we need to beat them. We need to get the full 3 points. We need City not to win. We need to win and City not to. That's as simple as it gets. We're going to be saying a few goodbyes today. The first one is to Lewis Williams. Now, he didn't have a great season this year, to be brutally honest. He's only played 16 games for us. He's not going to be getting a game in the team today because he's tired and, he's not fit at all. But, he's been a good player for us the last 2 years. We're also probably going to be saying goodbye to Mason Holgate. It looks like he's going to be sold. Again, there are some teams with interest in him. I think he's going to go for about £12 million. I think it'd be nice to put him on the bench. And if we're in a position to, at the end of the match, bring him on for his last 15 minutes. Ryan Astley's going to Inter Miami. Abdoulaye Doucouré is going to China, but we're going to leave those two out of the side today. Ultimately, it's nice to say goodbyes and give players a good send-off, but, it's a football match at the end of the day. We need to make sure we go and beat Aston Villa today. Just the one change. Viviani's injured for the next 6 weeks, so we bring Lewis Baton for him. Let's give the fans something to smile about at the end of the season. It's funny, isn't it? It's always happens in FM. I've never known it not happen. When other teams muck up, you muck up. It's a bit like in snooker. If one player starts playing badly, you play badly. We can't change what happened in the past. All we can do now is go and win today's match and hope that Southampton give us a helping hand against Man City. Bait. Saidu Sanusi. Saidu puts it through. He's been to the school of Deji Satona, hasn't he? I shouldn't really be too harsh on Deji, but that one match was terrible. Lorenzo with the free kick. Oh, that deserves a goal at the end of it. Blimey, that was a brilliant free kick. Definitely on top here at Villa Park. Almeida nearly makes it 1-0. It's going to only be a matter of time, I would say, here before we take the lead. We'll keep an eye on what's going on in the City match. City and Southampton. Pep Guardiola, apparently, according to the press, might be sacked if he loses today's match. He's been at the club since the start of the save. It'd be a real shame if he got the sack. But I guess for a club like Man City, should they be being beaten by Everton in the table? Probably not. But again, we've done well this year. We definitely have. Bates into the box. Oh, not really good enough. The one thing we can't afford to do is go and lose to Aston Villa. Against run of play, Villa could quite easily go and do something. But brilliant defence there from Saidu Sanusi, who completely annuls any chance of a counter-attack from the Villa. Dennis Zakaria, can we come up the other end of the pitch and do something ourselves? Zakaria, pass, don't shoot. I don't know what... I'm a bit worried. I'm genuinely worried about our attacking coach. And that is probably me, I would guess. But I am worried about our attacking coach. Because we're not very clinical, to be brutally honest. The City and Southampton game is still 0-0. If that stays how it is and we win, brilliant. That's a real treat for us. Neither side particularly look like scoring here. And that does worry me a little bit. Let's go attacking. Demand more out of the players. Shoot on sight. Pass into space. I said against Sheffield United, but I really mean it here. A draw is no more beneficial than a defeat. So I guess we go very attacking. Because Man City are only drawing as well. Sanusi, Nelson, come on, get a goal. Into Sam Atkinson, he makes it 1-0. That is what we need. Good stuff from Big Sam. His 6th goal of the season. He's our best player, to be honest, at the moment, goal scoring wise. And with that, unless Man City have scored in the last 2 minutes as well, for now at least, we move into the top 4. for now. As you can see, by 1 point we move into the top 4. We need to keep an eye on our game because this could very easily go wrong, but we should be okay. The score at... Oh, that's dramatic. Not necessarily what just happened, but Kevin De Bruyne and Pep Guardiola will be cursing because in the 68th minute, Kevin De Bruyne missed a penalty. We're going to bring Mason Holgate on for his final appearance, probably as an Everton player. And we're going to bring Marcus Edwards on because I think this might well be his last appearance as an Everton player as well. He's got some interest in him. I'll tell you what, we've got a few minutes left here. And I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to do it. Man City haven't scored. Let's just see what happens. Are they going to do what they did in that famous year? I mean, 15 years ago now. There are 6 minutes of added time. No goal from City yet. We're over here. We've done what we can do. Have we qualified on the last day, even though I never thought we would have done, given the results we've had for the Champions League? A good win, boys. Well done. That doesn't look like we have. Yes! We've done it! Get in! We've done it. By 1 point. Sam Atkinson, of all people, I didn't expect that at the start of the season. Sam Atkinson has put us into the Champions League. That is brilliant. At 1 point in this save, I think probably the start of last season with Nice, I thought, we're really not getting anywhere. I wouldn't have thought a year and a half later we'd be sat here with Everton, having just snuck into the Champions League. I love it. Absolutely fantastic. Everton qualify for the Champions League by securing a top 4 finish in the Premier League. When was the last time Everton finished 4th? It's our best finish. Wow. It's our best finish since 2005. That, of course, was the famous year where they should have qualified for the Champions League. Liverpool won the Champions League, and because they finished 5th, they couldn't get in. So it's Everton's first time in the Champions League since when? You know, someone go and research that. Someone go and research that, because it's the first time in a long, long time that we've qualified. The transfer budget is now £90 million. It was £60 million beforehand, so the club have boosted that. Remember, at the start of the season, and it has certainly been like that since, the club wanted us to finish in the top half of the Premier League, and we finished in the top 4. I'll go and do the press conference quickly, and then I'll go and show you the end of season review. I am looking forward to this one. So here we are. It's took a few years. It definitely has. But it's our best season yet. And just come through, Pep Guardiola has been sacked by Man City. We got him sacked. I feel a bit guilty because we're big pals with him in game. But, you know, City really capitulates at the end of the year. And that's why we got into the top 4. So, the end of season review. The new arrivals. Lorenzo Chevalier. What a signing this was. One that I didn't think was going to do very well, to be honest, because the scouts differed between whether he was a brilliant player or not. He was a free transfer. I thought, well, he's a profit player, if anything. He's coming. He is now worth £51 million. And no surprise, A+ from the board. 10 goals, 29 appearances. Probably would have been more if it wasn't for that injury. Deji Satona, another good signing. I don't think he's got... I feel like that 22 and 11 was for Nice and us. But he definitely got some goals, did very well. Apparently, Diego Almeida was a bad signing. I'm not sure about that. I disagree. Yes, his average rating wasn't brilliant, but he was someone who was in the defence for a lot of the season. He's definitely an upgrade on Mason Holgate. Dennis Zakaria. Now, I would have put those two players the other way around. Dennis Zakaria's been decent. He's not been anything special. Lewis Bates has done very well. £3.5 million from Chelsea. He's come in as really a rotational player. You can see that for how many times he's come off the bench. Henry Lawrence, he's got more to show, I think. He might be somebody we maybe get rid of in the summer. I'm not sure. He is wanted by Brighton. But we'll see. We'll see. I think he's a good backup player. Alfredo Gonzalez, another free transfer. He looks decent for the future. Valentino Livramento, someone who, coming as a free transfer, we didn't expect to play him that much, but he played 30 matches for us. He's been a very good player. Jokan Uranga, made 1 appearance and got sent off. Less said about that, the better. Russell Lee, he's done well as well. But some of these players for the future, the likes of Rastami as well. Transfers out then. Digna went for 8 million. He's done well for Saint Etienne. Atal went for 9 million. Could have got more. Well, there you go. Mopay, he scored 12 goals for Leicester this season. But Reece Nelson scored 20. Mania went. Dumbia, Angus Gunn. I mean, they're disappointed with some of these players going. But personally, I'm quite happy with some of these players leaving the club. Thomas Butnick has gone out on loan to Marseille and done decently. He should be going at the end of the year on a full contract. Terry Bernard went to Derby County, didn't do too bad either. This was a man I was talking about earlier, Josh Hope. He's been out on loan to Swansea in the Championship. Made 37 appearances, scored 14 goals. Solid job there. Kenneth Taylor went out on loan to PSV Eindhoven. Played 49 matches for them. Bloody hell. I don't know about Kenneth Taylor. He's a good player, but I'm just not sure. And a few other youngsters going out as well there. So Everton, one of the competition's surprise packages, and owing largely to an impressive spell of form between September and November, were able to celebrate a successful campaign. Now, if you remember back to the start of the season, we actually started the year with 1 win in 5, which makes that loss of 9 so much more impressive, really, doesn't it? We'd lost 4 of our first 5. So, in 33 games, we only lost 5. And the games we lost were against Chelsea, against Man City, against Tottenham, against Chelsea again, and against Liverpool. Everybody else we should have got results against. We did. We either beat them, we got a few draws along the way, we drew 8 times. A lot of them really with clubs we maybe shouldn't have got a draw against, but then if we hadn't, we'd have won the league, so we'd have been very happy. But a great season, really was. Man City just losing out in the end. They should have really got top 4, but we got in by the back door. Who cares, really? Nice to see the former club Wolves getting into Europe as well. Tottenham finished 12th, bad year for them. Crystal Palace go down along with Watford, West Ham and Stoke on the final day by goal difference. That is gutting. The board are delighted that the team qualified for the Champions League. FA Cup didn't go well, but Carabao Cup was decent. Moments to remember. Biggest win was against Southampton. Remember that hat-trick for Lorenzo? That was really when he kicked off at the club. Match to remember, 2-0 against Wolves. I think they're probably more than that. I think this match is one to remember. The 4-2 against Leeds. This was really where I thought we've got a good side here. We went 2-0 down to Leeds. I thought this unbeaten run we had would be over, but we came back. We did fantastically. Our club's finances haven't improved over the year, but that's absolutely fine. I think we'll probably make a profit again in the transfer window and cut down on some of our costs. And obviously Champions League next year, that's big for the club. Iwobi was the biggest seller in terms of shirts. Lorenzo as well, Satona. Interesting, some of these names that have been named here. So the 4-2-3-1, maybe that isn't the side that played all the time. Towards our last 10 or 15 matches, we kept the team pretty stable. I agree with that back four. I agree with the midfield. I'll probably put... I would put Marcus Edwards actually there because Sam Atkinson only played late on in the year. Accolades, fan player of the season, Reece Nelson. Young player, Lorenzo. Signing Lorenzo, definitely. Goal of the season was from Viviani. Top goal scorer, Reece Nelson. 20 goals, very solid. 10 assists from Edwards. 7.1 rating, average rating from Reece Nelson. Very good stuff. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Club vision and expectations meeting. I'm guessing then we are going through the... Let's see, can we find this? How we go through the Champions League. It doesn't say. Champions League. No. I think we're going to have to go through a qualifying round because basically what it says here, end of next season, Champions League, reach group stage minimum. So I think we've got to qualify somehow. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Mid-table, again, it's very modest. I'm happy to keep it like that just in case it goes wrong for us. Not really bothered about the Everton side of 2021. I don't think we will be, but are we favoured personnel yet? I'd very much doubt it. No, we're not. I mean, that's understandable. We've only had one good season. We shouldn't really get ahead of ourselves too much. End of season team meeting. I'll do that off camera. It's been a good season. Really has. Big goal that was for Sam Atkinson. Big goal. Jordan Pickford only conceded 42 goals this year. Did really well. 13 clean sheets. Did solid, in terms of how many we conceded. We were third best in the Premier League. Conceded the same amount as our Merseyside rivals Liverpool. albeit Liverpool scoring a lot more than us. But we still ground out the results. We won one more than Man City. There was a big gap to the top three in the end. Man United not quite winning the league as they would have done. 71 points last year would have got us 4th place. 71 points the year before would have got us 5th. 71 5th again. 71 6th actually. That was the year that we were with Wolves though. 71 6th again. So actually on form I suppose we've done well to get into the top 4. I was wrong with my statement earlier that we would have done a lot better. On average we'd have probably been 4th or 5th. Fascinated though to play in the Champions League for the first time. I really am. Really am. And I said I was going to show you the few different things I've done this year. Well, there's one big thing, and that's training. Before this season, about midway in to be fair, I had my assistant doing the training. Unfortunately, we can't go back and look at the training now from in the rest of the season. But I watched a video, a very good video. Well, I think it was the day I was talking on the video that I was up at 4 o'clock, and I was watching YouTube, and I stumbled across a video from Fox in the Box FM, which is about training. Very interesting. And basically, the assistant doesn't organise training very well. And he puts some stupid things in. What I've been doing is organising the training myself. Just putting these standard sessions in, having a teamwork session the day before the match, as you can see. A bit of team bonding in there as well. Making sure we get enough rest. Training's been massive. We've also been having some mentoring groups. The likes of, I think Sam Atkinson has very much benefited from being in this mentoring group with Alex Iwobi. Rastami, I'm sure, will benefit from being with Ben Godfrey. The 2 youngsters have been with Jordan Pickford. And that's something I could do by making sure that I had control of training. In the club vision, we've also trying to improve our training facilities and our youth facilities. That will improve potentially our club intake, etc, etc. Our youth intake even, and that should be good. And our new stadium as well should be built by the end of next year. If you look at the finances, we have gone up and down this year, which you would definitely expect. But we should get some prize money, as you can see, £36 million. That will certainly help us, and the Champions League will definitely help as well. So the end of the season with Everton, it's been one of our best years. I very much doubt we'll get anything like Manager of the Year. I think that'll probably get to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But a very good season, considering we were predicted to finish where? Predicted to finish 12th. So if you look at the league, media prediction, here we go. We finished 8 places above that. Man City had a bad time of it. Villa did well as well. Tottenham had a bad year. Leicester probably had the worst year. But, you know, we were 150 to 1 to win the league. You'd have got decent odds on us finishing in the top 4. And what a great season that is. Let's see if we can go and capitalise on that next year. And with this being Thursday's episode, is that right? Yes, it is. We'll be back on Saturday for the start of Season 6 of Conquering the Euro. Fingers crossed, we'll still be here at Everton because we're doing a very good job here. And really, you know, with a few more additions, a few tweaks here and there, I think we can only get better. If you've enjoyed this season, please leave a like down below. I always appreciate your support. And the views always go up a little bit on these season finales. So the more views we get, the more people that see the series. And that's a big plus from me. And if you enjoyed, leave a like. That always helps the algorithm. Leave a comment. If more of you are commenting, that's great. And also remember to subscribe, of course, for regular Football Manager 2021 content. I've been TIJ Gaming. I'll see you guys on Saturday for the start of our first Champions League season with Everton. Got a bit of a ring to it, that has, hasn't it? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye for now.